Ayo! Welcome back. We are playing. Okay, space. Pre-taped. Okay. Play with the lights off, headphones on. Sorry, I'm in the middle of the day playing because this is like my only time I get. This story has a warning. You could be next. We are playing class class reunion chat room. Okay, let me go. Sometimes hold on. Sometimes I wonder why they keep the convenience store open that long. Just like last night and the night before, barely any customer came. Whatever, as long as I get paid. Look, like it started raining. It looked like it started raining right when I got home. Guess I was lucky. Can't open the window and let fresh air in without getting my laptop wet though. All right. How could I kill the time? The big disadvantage of being awake when everyone else is asleep is that I have no one to chat with after getting home. Sometimes I play some random games I found on the internet or watch some movies. Unproductive stuff. Which is probably a bad habit considering I still haven't figured out what direction I want to take in my life. Let me put on some music first. This is perfect soundtrack for a chilly night. Rainy night. Huh? An email? I barely get any email. The store manager usually contact me for SMS and my friends via full chat. Huh. It's an email by Baisley Marktree. I haven't heard that name in forever. Baisley is an old classmate of mine. He was the smartest in our grade, no, probably the whole school. He also generally keep people at arm's length. I barely knew anything about him because of that. Why was he sending me an email? Dear Amy Waterfill, my name is Blusley Marktree. You might remember me from our shared time at school. Recently, a couple of past classmates decided that it would be a good idea to catch up with everyone. This might serve as a great opportunity to refresh some connection and learn more about the paths everyone has taken. Ideally, this could result in an in-person reunion in the future. I have linked the invitation to a group chat that we have created and invited all classmates below. Note that you need to install a free piece of chat software called Full Chat to participate. Don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions or concerns. This mail was oddly formal for an invitation for a class reunion chat. The way Bailey has worded made it seem more like a business opportunity. Either way, it sounded like a great idea. The only person I kept in touch since leaving was my best friend, Leave. Generally, I did enjoy my time at school, and mostly in my class, most people in my class was pretty cool. I also love to know what they currently are doing. Maybe they could give me some idea for my future. Alright, it's settled. Time to join the group chat. Not that anyone will be on at this time of night. So, class reunion, you, Blaze, Gig, with Heart, and Milik. Okay. Liv, Mom. Seemed like 3 other people from the others, aside from me, has joined the chat so far. Blaze, someone called Giggy, and someone called Malik. Oh, Blaze is writing something. Seems like he's still awake after all. Hello, Amy. Nice to see you here. You are one of the first to join the group chat from us 3, who came up with the idea for this class reunion project. The purpose of this group is to catch up with the past classmate and reforge some connection. Let us know if you have any questions or concerns. You're the only one I know who writes such long paragraphs in full chat. And wasn't all of that information already in your email? It never hurt to make sure everyone is on the same page. Also, I would recommend spelling it. Email. As it is compound words. Compound made up of the words electronic mail. You don't write e-business or e-learning either, do you? Anyway, it's nice to meet you again, Amy. Nice to meet you as well, my friends. Oh, it won't. It won't let me send what I want to send. Why? Why? If it's not gonna let me type out what I want to type, I'm not gonna type it. I have to admit that I'm not fully sure whose name belongs to who, though. I told you using your full name in chat, or at least your last name, just like Amy, would make things a lot easier. But Gigi, it sounds so cuter. Anyway, I'm Angel. Angie. We hang out one time. Do you still remember? Now that she mentioned it, we did hang out once. We weren't practically close though. Angie was someone who get along with everyone in our class and also was surrounded by a bunch of other girls. It was the same when we went shopping. She invited me directly and I wasn't sure how to decline. I initially assumed we would go out with a few friends, but we ended up going as a group of 15. Hanging out with so many people at once was a bit much. I didn't dislike Angie, though I think it was I generally enjoyed hanging out with her if it was one-on-one. And you might know Malik as Mike. Don't mind his frequent typographic errors. You'll have to get used to it. Hello. He's a bit shy, but he will open up to you in no time. Hi, Mike. I'm not sure, but I don't think we interacted much during our time in school, did we? I don't think so. Mike didn't have too much of a present. Mike didn't have too much of a present. So I'm not surprised that you don't remember him. Only because he was so shy, though. He was really good at sports. If he had been less timid, he would have most likely been very popular. You two seem pretty close. Were you friends back in school? I don't remember seeing them hang out together. Kind of. It was Angie's fault. Don't make it sound like a bad thing. I noticed that Blazy and Mike always hang out alone, so I befriended him, and we ended up hanging out frequently, and our friendship lasted beyond school. I wasn't good at making friends. I would have been fine alone, but it was still nice to have people I could share my thoughts with. It was. By the way, also Angie idea. To create this group reunion chat, Mike and I ended up being dragged into it. Andre tends to be pretty disorganized, so I figured they need me to handle the admin side. And also reforge contacts, just in case they come in handy later. It isn't a bad idea either. I joined because I'm hoping that I could get to know my classmate properly, since I missed out on that when I was in school. I noticed that you becoming more outgoing recently, Mike. I think that's great! So, what have you all been up to after leaving school? I'll start! This might come as a big of a surprise, but I've been working in software development. This was a surprise indeed. And she was very open about herself to everyone who would listen, but I have never heard her being much into tech. I personally think that was no reason to keep your love for programming a secret back then, Angie. Yeah, it wasn't it that bad after all. Well, I just thought it would make me seem weird or something. Tee. Well, my past suspicions are sometimes being confirmed, unfortunately. There are some colleagues and clients at my company that make snarky comments. They're just being poo-poo heads. Don't mind them. Mike, you can cuss. You can say they're just shitheads. It's fine. Yeah, we know how skilled you are at what you do. Thanks, guys. I'm glad I was able to talk about my hobby with you two back then, at least. That was probably the reason why we got so close in the first place. Can you imagine my surprise, Amy, when Blaze came up to me out of the blue and told me that he knew that I was into programming? I totally thought he was about to blackmail me. Dot, dot, dot. Turned out he's really smart and wanted to confirm his suspicions. And it didn't make sense to keep it a secret from Blaze and Mike after that. So I just poured my heart out about all the nerdy stuff that I couldn't talk to everyone else to them. A bit off topic, but that emoji you used to give us a heartburn, gives me a heartburn. Yeah, it looks quite odd. I think it's cute! What is that? Is that like... What are you doing? I don't know that emoji. Anyway, you're next, Mike. You'll be surprised to hear what Mike has been up to, Amy. Actually, how about you guess first? I don't know Mike at all, so I wasn't sure how I was supposed to guess his current job. All I knew about him that he was into sports back in the day. Something with sports? I knew it! I knew you would guess that. It's prop with a bit of a wire jump from sports, but I work with animals. I enjoyed sports back in school, but I also like biology. I also felt less awkward around animals than humans. So I ended up studying zoology and becoming a keeper. I don't know why I'm giving him this voice, but this is Mike's voice now. That's really cool. So you work at the zoo? At a zoo? Yeah, it's really fun. I actually forgot to account for that. Have to work with other people when working at the zoo. But my coworkers are really cool, and thanks to them, I became more sociable. Which is why I hope I can get to know my classmate proper now. Anyway, I probably write too much. Your time, bless. 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 Sorry, it's part more interesting. I gotta do this voice. I see. My time has come then. I knew early on that I wanted to study and practice law. I figured it would be more adequate challenge and prove to be fulfilling career path. After some research I conducted that one of the best option for me was Yale University in the United States of America. It was fairly low, it has this fairly low absorption rate. But I wasn't too early. Currently, I'm in my last semester. Do you have any further question? So they're not in America. Because what Amy just said, that sounds great. What is America like? Well, it is hard to generalize it this, this is a very big country. But what impressed me was the contrast between big city and more rural areas of America. I also really like spending times at the park. It's very pleasant. Oh my god, forgot to ask earlier, but have you made friends there? I love to get to know them. He's not replying. That's probably a reply in and of itself. Blaze did always have trouble making friends because of how unapproachable he made himself. I don't need any friends in America. I can just hang out with you online. Aw, that's sweet. You know, Amy Blaze may be very unfriendly and pandemic, but he's actually nice, very. He always helped me with anything if I need any help. And not just with studying. Yeah, he's a bit of a tis it's like a yandere, like one of those. Yeah, what's that? You know, someone who seems cold and harsh but gets warm and kind as you get to know them. Yeah, one of who says it's not like I like you or anything. Baka! Baka! I would never say that. Sure. I wasn't following this conversation at all. Their reply made me even more confused. Anyway, what about you, Amy? What have you been doing? Nothing as interesting as you three. I am working at a convenience store to bridge time until I am sure of what I want to do long term. No worries, I'm sure you figure it out soon enough. Yeah, it took me some time thinking to find out what I wanted to be a keeper. That I wanted to be a keeper. There's no rush. I wouldn't recommend wasting too much time either, though. Size. But I guess there's nothing wrong with taking the time to make sure that you choose the right career path for you. Yay! Happy face. They were a bit of an odd bunch. But they all seemed like very nice people overall. Oblacy still seemed like a bit of stuck up, but I trust Angie and Mike's assessment of him. They knew him longer than I did. My stomach is rumbling. Right, I still haven't eaten anything since coming home. I will be FAK for a bit. I mean, I will be away from my keyboard for a bit. I'll make myself something to eat. See you in a bit. Okay. I should get something to be back in 8-bit. Black screen. Well, I am gonna end it right here, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you keep it eco friendly.